Good morning. Welcome you all to the Entrepreneurship Summit. It is great for me to see all the entrepreneurs at one place like this. So, let's quickly jump into our topic. You all might heard of the success stories of the Indian startup ecosystem. That is, in 2018, almost 8 startups in India achieved the status of unicorns. But on the other side, we have surveys saying that almost 90% of the startups in India fail within just 5 years. These failures does not happen to young startups alone, but to the great companies as well if they fail to take care of some important aspects before launching a product or launching a startup or starting a business. They will definitely fail. I can give you examples. You all might hear of this company called Kodak. Kodak was a very successful company in the field of making cameras. They failed miserably at one stage when they didn't concentrate on making digital cameras. When digital cameras were first launched in the market and eventually they lost their market. The next one is YouTube suddenly became a career option in India after the launch of Jio. And the last one is LG and Sony started selling and producing 3D TVs after seeing the success of the movie Avatar. But people were not ready for it or they were not affordable for it to watch 3D content every day. If you closely look at all these examples, you can find a common ground in all of them. Any guesses? Yes, it is a concept of understanding the market. So let's look at a story or example to understand the same. Let's go back to the history of Portugal and take a look at a crisis situation which happened in the mid 20th century. Portugal was under dictatorship. The dictator was Antonio Salazar. The era was so dark that people were not given any kind of freedom and people were living in iron cages. As always, protests happened, revolution took place, and people at last won in 1974 and overthrew dictatorship and brought in democracy. And after a long wait, people got their freedom back. They explored their freedom in a more crazy manner, that is, they even exploited the freedom given to them. Today, we'll be looking at one such case where they exploited their freedom. The usage of drugs. The usage of drugs was so high in Portugal, that is, at least 1% of the population of Portugal were addicted to some kind of drugs. Every household in Portugal had some effect on this usage of drugs, and nobody in Portugal was living a peaceful life. And Portugal was a gateway for drug mafia to enter the European market. And all these bad things were happening to Portugal when Portugal didn't have a stabilized government. They were having a newly formed government, and the newly formed government was struggling so much. But they tried everything possible to stop all these negative things happening to them. They formed experts group to stop the usage of drugs and came up with a solution. You know what they did? Portugal decriminalized the usage of drugs. Yes, you heard me right. Portugal decriminalized the usage of drugs. Same way you and me are surprised after hearing this, the people of Portugal were also surprised and said that this will even increase the usage of drugs in the country. But the government was very strong in their approach and did not come back. They said nobody will be put into jail for using drugs, but they will be sent to council of experts ranging from health experts, psychologists, social activists, etc. etc. And the government will run a rehabilitation program for all the person who are addicted to drugs. They took this step very very seriously that they even changed the budget allocation for stopping drugs. That is, 90% of the budget allocated for this is to the enforcement, that is for policing and jails. But now that same 90% is given to the health sector to improve the rehabilitation program and to bring a massive program throughout the country. They did all the process right. They implemented this so well and were waiting for the results. Finally, the statistics came, and the number of people who are going to rehabilitation programs skyrocketed, and the graph took a sharp turn. And the number of people using drugs drastically came down and nearly halved in matter of years. And after a decade or so, Portugal was always listed in the top 5 countries of the most peaceful countries in the world. And people were so amazed and surprised to see all these results. The Portugal government did this so-called radical step, that is to decriminalize drugs and to give rehabilitation program to all the person who are addicted to drugs. So what lessons can we learn from this story? The government of Portugal understood a very important thing, that is, no person want themselves to be framed as criminals and put into jail. And they even found that sending people to jail did not make a change. They were getting used to it and were going to jail, coming out, using drugs, and again going back to jail. This was the process. And they thought that sending people to jail for using drugs is not a solution to stop the drug usage in the country. And came up with the interesting solution to conduct a massive rehabilitation program by the government itself. And they achieved the results they needed. The example mentioned at the first, that is the Kodak and LG and Sony. That is, Kodak lost their market because they didn't produce digital cameras when the market wanted it. And they eventually lost their market. And LG and Sony started producing 3D TVs when people were not wanting them or not affordable for it. These are failure examples where they didn't look at the market and they didn't look at what the market actually needed. But on the other side, this Portugal example and the example of YouTube, that is, YouTube suddenly became a career option in India after the launch of Jio, because the the creators understood that now people of India have excess of data and they can view all the content given by them. So they started producing content in a massive way. That is, some YouTube, almost many YouTubers started giving content every single day. So these are success stories where they know what the people wanted and they gave what the people actually need at that time. So what lessons can we get from all these stories, all these case studies? That is, before starting anything, maybe you are launching a product, starting a startup, or starting a business, you need to know what the people actually want. You need to take a good look at a market and do a good market research. And I hope if you all do your market research perfectly, you will be one of the greatest companies. Apple is so successful because they do this process correctly. That is, they do the market research perfectly. And I'm sure that you will all be successful one day if you do a perfect market research. I think you all enjoyed this session. Don't forget to do the market research. Thank you so much.